Good doing, everybody. This thing is gonna keep going. Good evening, everybody. Well, I'm trying to do a quick little stream because this is the weekend, and some of my family members are going to a funeral out of town. So my cousin's going to be babysitting, and it's going to be loud. So here I am from the big black chair. How is everybody doing? I hope you had a wonderful Turkey Day. The music in the background is not my own, but it is music that I'm actually streaming off of YouTube. And the one and only Gregory Porter. I love this music. So let's get right into it. So we all know that Eliana Velvet Chiefess is back at Carbonation. And now she's turned over a new leaf. She feels refined and rejuvenated. I won't say hi, everybody. Come on in. Let me know that you're here. Say something. Say hello and click like. I'm gonna speak to everybody as a matter of fact. So we know that Eliana or Velvet is back in Carbonation, and she says she feels good that she's here. She feels refined, refreshed. She feels like she is where she is supposed to be. And of course, she's taking baby Eliana along with her. So they did, her and Nature Boy did a live with Madiva a couple of days ago, in which Nature Boy revealed that he is no longer polygamous, but that he is now, in fact, monogamous. Let me let me say this. First of all, he is not polygamous. He's not polygamous. He's not has no intention on being polygamous. Um, as a matter of fact, he is monotheistic, is what he is, and no, I'm sorry. He says he's no longer polygamous. He's monogamous, which means that he's with one person and he's going to be with her, with Eliana or Chiefess. And they have renamed everybody, gave everybody all new tribes, moved all these women around and did the little Hollywood shuffle thing. And now they have Aya with Tron, Efru is back with Caliber, and the other couples was Joy and Nubian and True and Sheba. They remain the same. So we late overnight or since yesterday, we found out that Ra has a new direct coming in for her. And I've heard in the Nature Boy streets, in the Carbonation streets, that the guy that is coming for Ra is 23 years old, and he's leaving his wife and children to come. And I don't have any facts. That's word on the Carbonation Street. So if once I get the receipts to that, I will let you guys know. But so yes, Ra has direct coming. So that doesn't say any much for Loyal. Poor little Loyal. It's just a lost little boy just around. Oh, and also Pice is with Malia. Now, a lot of people have been downing Pice and Malia, because Malia left the child back in the United States or wherever she's from to come to Carbonation. And now Pice sent his wife, or the mother of his child, unborn child, back to Jamaica. So he has an unborn child that he sent away. Now not that he sent away, but Nature Boy sent away because she wasn't lucrative enough. That's all it comes down to. She had nothing to contribute. She wasn't doing uploads or downloads or whatever you want to call it, gibbering online about nothingness. And so Anyway, she's back in Jamaica and she's about 8, 9 months pregnant, getting ready to give birth. The father of her child is now with another mother who abandoned her child. Confusion, total bull crap is exactly what it is. So anyway, now Nature Boy claims that he is no longer polygamous, that he's just going to be with one woman. He actually said, and these were his words, um, that I am no longer polygamous. I will never look at another woman. I will never touch another woman. Velvet would, or Eliana would be my only wife. She'll be the only woman that I ever touch or whatever. Okay, but that didn't exclude men and it didn't exclude trans women or what have you. He never, or trans men for that fact. So he's got a little manipulation with the words there. You know what I'm saying? So he's trying to play with his words so that he can say, I never said I wouldn't have another this, or I never said I wouldn't do that, or whatever the case may be. All I said is that I would never, or that she would be my only wife, or she would be the only woman I ever touch. First of all, you cannot change the nature of the beast. You can't, absolutely cannot change the nature of the beast. This man's mindset has not changed. His soul has not changed. He's been bought with a price. You understand? He is demonically possessed, which he thinks that he's possessed by God, but it's his God. It's his God, it's his mentality, his manipulation, his mindset. So, of course, he is his own God. And so he's ordained to that condemnation. That's his, those are his issues. But at the same time, you can't expect for a leopard to change his spots. If you were born a leopard with spots, you were always going to be a leopard with spots. You cannot change the nature of the beast. You're going to do what you are going to do. He's a manipulator. And I believe that him allowing Velvet to change everything around, to put these people with different couples or couple everybody up, and they're all giving her this royal welcome and this royal treatment. Honey, it's not gonna last. It's not gonna last. I declare. It's an overlay for the underplay, is exactly what it is. This is what I think is going to happen. I think that it's going to last for a few weeks until Nature Boy flips into his multiple personalities that he possesses. See, right now, he's in his husband personality. He's in his this husband personality. This man has so many different personalities, multiple personalities. He is psychotic. So this is his husband personality. He has another personality that's a teacher personality. He has another personality which is the chief or I'm in command personality. Then he has that nature boy personality, which is that laid back, cool. I'm in nature. I want to take pictures. I want to enjoy all the elements. Let's go to the water. That's another personality. Okay. Then he has another personality that's the sexual part of him, the part where he goes and he exploits these women sexually. He has another personality, which is the party animal. When he's drinking a lot of wine and doing all these things, then that's a different personality. This man suffers from so many, and each time, if you really are into watching his videos or catching them on live, watch his face, watch his eyes. Every time his personality change, his facial expressions change, his countenance changes. Every time. When he's that chief, That chief mentality where he is like, I'm boss hog, I'm the man. His facial expressions are hard and angry and aggressive. When he is that teacher mentality, he's back and he wants to sit and he wants to look intellectual, point his fingers. When he's that husband, he's all gentle. He tries to be, and he's all laid back and he's kissing and he's loving, has kind words to everybody. When he is that, he also has that lover of myself personality where he flexes and poses and looks at himself and touches and all that type of thing. These are all multiple personalities. These are all things that these people have to encounter. Who knows how many personalities in one day? But right now, he's functioning in that husband father mentality, you know. And there's a separation of the two, believe it or not, because he's that husband where all his attention goes to Velvet, and then he has that father which is trying to be protective of his daughter, so to speak. That's a false precept, but it's okay. Well, it's not okay, but all is well in love and flip flops, right? So, um, also, um, as soon what continuing on what I think is I believe that once it gets comfortable and once Velvet feels comfortable with being back and he feels like he's got her where he wants her, he's going to flip the script on her because both of them are two of a kind. They're both narcissistic, they're both selfish. And as much as I have grown to have love for Velvet, she tricked me even. Okay. And it actually, because we talked through the DM. So she actually tricked me. And she gave her this personality when she came home that it was all about healing and all of it. Anyway, that was a part of her setup. Okay. Or the manipulation that a narcissist does. So two narcissists won't be able to make it because they both want it their way. Nature Boy wants his nature is to be polygamous. Not polygamous, a sex demon. Velvet wants to be a wife. Velvet wants to be the head BIC. She wants to be the one that calls the shots and she wants to be taken care of. She wants to be loved and comforted and wined and dined and all those types of things. And she wants to be the queen of her queendom. Nature Boy wants things his way. He's going to be the king of his kingdom, but he's the boss. He's going to have things his way. So give it a few minutes and you're going to see this is all going to play out. The other thing is he is still angry at her for leaving in the first place. He's still angry because he felt she made a public spectacle of him when she left. He's angry at her for taking his daughter. And most of all, he is angry at the fact that she even allowed Omet to hold her hand or anything. Whether they had a uh, strictly friendly relationship, a sexual relationship, or whatever the case may be, the fact that she was in the same space or occupied the same space as Omek is a problem with Nature Boy. Okay. Now, when he touched and picked up and was holding and nurturing and whatever his daughter, that angered him that much more. He's a narcissist. He's a control freak. So he is very angry about that. But he knows how to play his cards. He's going to keep calm, collected, and as soon as the personalities change, all of the tables are going to change because he is not going to see anybody be happier than he is. He's not going to allow any of them to have any more comfort, enjoy life anymore off of him falling back and saying, I'm no longer this. In a minute, you're going to see that cheap mentality come out and say, I decided to do, that's what she wanted to do. That's because, that's because, oh yeah, I love her. And I wanted her to come back and I want my daughter. But the truth thing is, I'm going to do what I want to do because I'm God, nigga. I'm God. That's exactly what's going to happen. And you're going to see him change to another personality. He going to start spanking her behind. She tried to run, but this time she tries to go home. I don't think it's going to be as easy as it has been before. I don't think it's going to be easy. So you got to understand that they all know how to play because this is a reality show that he's the executive producer of. This is all a reality show. So what's going to happen is they're all going to play along with the whole thing. But once all of this comes, oh honey, I'm not eager to see it because it's really a sad situation. To be perfectly honest with you, it's a total sad situation. Another thing, um, when he let me say this real quick about Omek. I believe that Omek is a beautiful soul. I really do. I feel that in my heart that he is a beautiful, beautiful soul. There's something in his eyes that speaks that he's a genuine person. The fact that he was going to overlook everything that Velvet said about him in the past, everything that she done to him in the past, because his undying love for her took over and he was going to open up to her all over again says a lot in him. But the fact that she used him, manipulated him just to get back at Nature Boy because she was trying to make him mad because he was trying to make her mad with Zoka. So he used Zoka, she used Omek. But guess who's going to come out on top in this whole situation? Omek. Omek is going to he's gonna soar. He'll be fine. He's gonna be absolutely fine. And once he gets his queen, honey, it'll be fine. But the good thing about it is that he does not put a bunch of ignorant videos out every day and all of these things. He's gonna say a few things or whatever because he's hurt. But one thing he doesn't do is he does not outright come out and just tear people down in social media, and that I admire about him. So that's all I'm gonna say about Omek because that's my dude. Um, so but about Zoka, she's young, she's very impressionable. She also is mentally unbalanced. We all know that about all of them. They have some type of challenge, something that they're running from, something that they're trying to avoid dealing with, something. So Chief said, or Nature Boy, because he's not a chief to me, but Nature Boy said that Zoka, the whole thing with Zoka was just a joke. So him making her cheat this was just to make Eliana or Velvet jealous. So he just used that young lady and then he threw her with Solar. And initially she was supposed to have come there to be with Solar, but he took her. Of course, anybody that goes into this sex cult, because that's all it is, this sex cult, he has to touch them first. He has to have sex with them first and test it and see. Because you remember that they break down sex as uh some type of energy and sex is energy and all this whatever, and it's supposed to be some type of spiritual thing. So he fakes like, oh, okay, I got to feel her energy. Oh yeah, right, I got you. You got to feel her energy on her inside parts. I get you. You're just a big liar, a big manipulator, and you nasty. You're just nasty. I have no respect for Eligio Bishop, Tyrese, Nature Boy, Chief, and that's it. Cause I ain't calling them nothing that has to do with a higher power. Cause I would never bow to that. Sorry. So, anyways, he said that they are just friends. It was all a joke. So him sleeping with her, him sitting down taking his time to play chess and teach her how to play chess on live, him, filming her behind and talking all this other stuff and sleeping with her and slapping on her, all of that partying and all of that was just and kissing all over and all this, all of that was just a joke. No, it wasn't a joke, bro. You know exactly what you were doing. Because if Velvet had never come back, you were going to try to make her the next Velvet, and it didn't work out that way. So you got it kind of backfired on you. But once Velvet came back, you pushed her to the side, and you did what narcissists do. Because she's still in their compound, you still have access to her. So that's nothing. So now they have given everybody tribes. So each couple is a tribe, and they are the king and the kingdom, the king and the queen of the village. So they have this, and it's just really. Let me say something. What are your Native American feathers, your chief feathers, and God? What does that have to do with God consciousness? What does it have to do with you being pro Africa? People in Africa don't wear feathers. They wear crowns and head wrap and things. What do their feathers got to do with it? And then another thing, let me say a quick something about those feathers. He said that someone gave them some other chief or something gifted those to him. They made those feathers because they made some more while they were taking on one of the lives. They had the feathers out, the painting them, and all of that before they took that tribal picture or that kingdom or village, whatever you call it. Another thing, in order to be a king of something, it has to belong to you. In order for you to be a king of a kingdom, you have to have riches, you have to have land, you have to have resources, you have to have an ability to, care for your village. You don't just get king because you the big boss or you know how to talk. That's not what it's about. You have nothing. You living in a Airbnb. You're renting space. So where does that come from? I don't get it. But I digress. Leave it for the people that believe it, I guess. I don't know. But my whole point of coming out with any of this thing is to um, educate other people on this sexual demonic cult life. And this is just another form of sex trafficking. And also the manipulation of the mind. Um, Making these people denounce their families and everything that they ever believed in, and then conditioning them and making them reprogram themselves into believing that everything he says or whatever comes out of his mouth is true, when in fact he got the knowledge from someone else. And it just aggravates me when he talks about the knowledge. The knowledge is nothing. It's nothing. You are gibbering about a bunch of stuff that is nothing. Something that came out of another psychotic individual's mind is what you're talking. Period. That's it. So the only thing that he can say is how you eat healthy. Now, if you were to be the kingdom of that or the God of B6 diet, would be good. But all this other gibberish he talking is mad. So anyway, um let me just go back to the polygamous part of it. When I said that he's not polygamous, he's monotheistic, which means worshiper of one God, and he believes that one God is him. So if he believes that he is God, he worships himself. He's a narcissist. And he believes in monogamy all of a sudden after being outrageous, because it has not been polygamous, it's been outrageous. Root word being orgy. He's been outrageous for all of these years. Do you think he's gonna stop for the velvet poom poom? That's not gonna happen. So now, since Serenity sees that he's all monogamous and everything, she's angry. She's so mad, as a matter of fact, she's not even coming anymore. This is per him, chief, or I'm sorry, I shouldn't have said, get me sick. This is per Nature Boy. She contacted him and told him that he was on his black woman is God ish, and because now he's monogamous, she's not coming back. So now she doesn't want to be bothered with him because he's no longer polygamous. So now she decided, now this is what I want to think. What's she gonna do? What is she gonna do? Oh, and she said she's gonna shut down her social media, and she's gonna leave social media and just fall back because she's hurt. See, because she thought all this time when she turned on Rambo and she turned away from Rambo and decided that she was going to take this man's child away from him and go back to Nature Boy, she thought she was going to go back and run things. She thought she was going to go back and be chiefess because she had been his direct before. And that's what she wanted all along. She never wanted to be with Rambo. She was with Rambo because he put her with him. So now that she's not going back, what do you think Rambo is going to do? Because I'm pretty sure she's a headache to him. And the way she's been treating him and acting towards him and dumped him to go back to this to this man, this situation. And Rambo is out hustling. He out hustling fruit or something, but he's out there hustling, trying to make sure that she got a roof over her head, because I'm pretty sure her cash out probably not ringing that much because it's annoying to listen to her voice, to be perfectly honest. Her little voice and the she talks just out the side of her neck. But anyways, I wonder what she think Rambo is gonna do now. I saw the last time I saw Rambo, he was wrapped up in his little native garb. And I'm thinking, okay, man, come on now, feel yourself, become you. Do what you should do, be that man. You know what I'm saying? I think personally, he wants to keep his son, but he want her to go on about her business. I don't think he wants to be with her. But time will tell. Now she's angry, now she's mad. And to be perfectly honest with you, the only way at this point she will come over is if Nature Boy cons her in the DMs, which brings me to my next point. Do you really think that his DMs are not going to stop being going off? It's going to be going down in his DM, especially since he said he's monogamous. Because now people are going, the women, men are, are going to challenge that. If he never got nude pics and all this other stuff before, oh baby, it's about to go down in the DMs. And at some point, that chief gonna rise up, that nature gonna rise, and that craving for other vaginas, especially when she menstruating or whatever the case may be. And I know it sounds graphic, but it's the truth. When she starts doing her thing, he's gonna move on and right to the next, or snatch somebody else's back. That's what's going to happen. Now, what's also going to be interesting is when Roz supposedly has a direct coming. So when her direct comes, it's going to be interesting how this new man gels with this situation. And we're going to see if this new man is going to be one with I can't think of the girl that just the one that they sent home, not Sunny, but the one before that. Oh my goodness, I can't. The little mouthy one that was like, "Yeah, I ain't come here to clean up. I didn't come here to do this. I ain't come here to do that," or whatever the case. And they sent her home. If this guy is going to be a better or a tougher man, or I don't know, but he can't be too tough. He's got to be some kind of weak minded to leave his wife and children to go to the nature and live off coconuts for the rest of his life. Coconuts and nature nuts and whatever nature boy leaves behind, his sloppy seconds. So he can't be too much of a man. Any stable minded human being, if you are not a uh, undercover agent or undercover journalist or something trying to get the inside scoop on how this thing runs, you don't have good sense anyway. If nobody in their right mind will go over and live in this cult life, nobody. But everybody there, it feels like they're lacking something. They're searching for something and they don't know how to fix it themselves. And they need somebody to tell them how this works. The only person that I don't think will leave is Aya. I believe Aya will be there until the fall of Nature Boy. And it's gonna happen at some point. It's gonna happen. He's sick anyway, and he refuses to do it. But anybody that was a male escort for 10 years, slept with men, women, whomever, unprotected over all these years, and some of them being HIV positive, who refuses to be tested, who does not require any of the new people to the group to be tested, it's bound to happen if it hasn't already. Another thing is, Velvet said in one of her lives when she first came home, she said, "Now I have to be tested, and my baby has to be tested every 6 months because of you." She said that in one of her rants to Nature Boy. She said that out of her own mouth. So for her to say that either means that she suspects or she has a feeling that there is something wrong. Now, let me say something else. Just this small amount of time that she's been back to carbonation, you remember, she was all beautiful, primping and priming in the mirror, putting her lips gloss on, taking her selfies and doing all this and that. Already, the close ups, yes, everything looked good, but baby, the last close up I saw, she's starting to break out around her mouth. Already. She's got a breakout around, I see bumps around her face. And I took snapshots. So I do have receipts for that. So it's like this whole love and lust and flip flops things is an ongoing thing. Personally, it's getting old, but at the same time, it's kind of intriguing. I hate to even admit that. I really hate to admit that. So, which is why I'm trying to change my content up here and there because I just don't want this to be my only content. This is just, it's so annoying because it's like sometimes you know how you look at a reality show and you say, one of those, I'm looking for a new lover or somebody finds love TV shows, and you're like, are you really serious? Was that even an option? Was he even or she even an option? Like, look at her. They had some people coming in there that looked like roadkill. Seriously, drunk roadkill. And they came in there like in some of those reality shows saying that they were looking for love. Broke, don't have a job. And you come into a celebrity looking for love. You broke, you don't have a job, you got a bad attitude, you can't stop drinking, and you look like roadkill, and your wardrobe is what you bought in your overnight bag. So no, that's not cool. Some of those people, are we know are actors or whatever, but still the whole hype of the thing is crazy. So we'll see what happens with love and flip flops. Or lust. I keep saying love because there ain't no love there. Lust and flip flops. We'll see what goes on. I'm gonna keep up, and I want to see what goes on with Stephanie, aka Serenity, aka Faith. I want to see what goes on with that whole situation. I want to see how Rambo, excuse me, reacts to her now saying that she's not going because she's mad because he's no longer polygamous. I mean that dirty nature boy Ping must be popping for them. I'm trying to tell you, he must be like got the magic stick or something like that because they are acting like they are stone cuckoo. Anytime you sit around and you get slapped around and you getting traded around and then you playing musical dealings all around the little village or whatever, and then you get to come back to the hog with the big nuts and then you get tossed back. It's just nasty. It's just all the way nasty. I don't get it. I don't understand it. I could never be anybody's second fiddle. I could never sit in a situation to be tossed around. I don't care where I am or what I look like or what you may think of me, baby. I think more of myself than that. I am not going. I'll be by myself before I go through some foolery like that. Do you understand me? Ain't no dirty way somebody that don't brush it. He looked like he don't brush his teeth. Yellow teeth. It looked like a doggone. I don't know. My mom used to call it gator mouth. He got a gator mouth when he opened his mouth and talk and laugh. The teeth go up like a snatch you or something like that. And then he just, I mean, his beard look, and then his hair. You see all these little flakes, and oh no, I'm just trying. Then he had to break out pinkish around all that, and then and there's something up around in this part of his must. Oh no, ain't no way. And he's going, and I'm watching you eat the cookie. You understand? And I'm watching, you know what I'm saying, or knowing that because they brag about where it goes and how they do it. Now, do you think I'm gonna sit there and watch you do this and do that and sit back and it's gonna be my turn in a minute? Master gonna dig me tomorrow. Is Master gonna dig me tomorrow? Not, ain't no way under God's heaven. I'm gonna sit back and wait to get D down by no dirty D man. Ain't no way. And it's probably somebody said that his thing probably look like Nestle Crunch. It probably look a little worse than that, to be perfectly honest with you, because I mean, it's known fact that he slept with people with syphilis, herpes, and all these other things anyway. So when they had a little breakout, I know it's dripping in his blood. Okay, I'm just saying, this for grown folks anyway. I got my settings right, so with this for grown folks. I'm just saying, it ain't no way no dirty thing coming up in this. And I got, I got too much to live for. I got some stuff I haven't even done yet. You understand me? I got clothes I haven't folded. I got cars I haven't driven. You understand? I got a son I'm grandchild. Come on here, somebody. I'm not trying to sit up here and risk my life for a little piece of sausage. And or evidently it got to be a golden sausages. I'm just saying, you know what I'm saying? I don't want to know what it look like or nothing like that because I really don't care. But I'm just saying for them to be all cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs, bowing and they loving themselves and I ain't doing that part either. But the salute, let's do this. Okay, do that. So they doing all of this and all of that and bowing to them and serving them meals and taking this, that, and the other, and they okay with being this, that, and the other, and they hair up under their arms looking like an afro and come on, y'all. If you willing to do all that and denounce your family and leave your kids, that got to be some golden ping. That's all I'm saying. So, okay, with all that being said, I appreciate you all for watching. Please don't forget to like my video. Please, please, please. Try not to see y'all. I got my stuff over. So, I want you to like the video, share the video, and come back for later on because I got something else that I want to talk to you guys about. I love you on purpose. Ain't nothing you could do about it. Have a blessed and prosperous rest of the day, y'all.